Oop. All right. Finally, back to a game that likes being in windowed mode. Hey guys, how we doing? Hey, hi, it's me, Tech. It's Tech Turnco. How you guys doing? You know, not that I don't like reading Hollow Ataraxia, but I kind of figured I'd be done with it by now. I'm having a lot of fun with it though, so I'm not all that broken up about it. I do also have an idea for what I want to be, what comes after, actually. What if I have it? I thought for sure I got, you know what? That's not the time. Hi you guys, I hope everyone's doing all right. In this day. I wanted to say, oh god, that's right. Okay. I really want, okay, so I have been inundated with okay, so as of today, October 1st, 2025, I have been getting absolutely fucking shit spammed with how do I approach this? With art of their new Chainsaw Man movie. And I'm like, oh yes, okay, yes, because it's of my favorite arc of the whole of Chainsaw Man. Like, it's the bomb weapon arc, and I've been getting a lot of. I've been getting a lot of everything. Like I got like a bunch of art from my timelines, and then I really like the artist who does the music. I think his name is hold on, I think I have it here, Kenshi Yonizu or something. And oh, actually, hold on. And because I listen to his music a lot, I have a lot of I get it recommended it to, yeah, Kenichi Yonizu. I get recommended it sometimes, and the fucking I'm gonna throw up the, where is it? Damn it, where'd I put it? There it is. I'm gonna throw up the spoiler BB here for Chainsaw Man spoilers. If you don't want to get like mildly spoiled on Chainsaw Man, which I really recommend you go into as clean as possible, just mute me until you see the BB go away. But I got recommended the song Jane Doe by Kenichi Yonizu, which I guess is the Chainsaw Man bomb arc Edie, the end theme, I guess, I don't know. And like I was like, oh wow, that's fun. I wonder what this is gonna be, because I've been seeing a lot of art of well, I'm in spoiler zone now. I've been seeing a lot of art with Rize with like the caption Jane Doe. I was like, huh, I wonder what the connection here is. And like I'm listening to the song and I'm reading the lyrics and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna fucking kill myself in Minecraft. It's like that mixed with the official illustration that Fujimoto did like not too long ago, of like the AU where Makima never showed up to stop Rize, and they were like happy for a while. They were happy. I'm like, god damn it. I'm gonna fucking kill myself in Minecraft. Kills me every time. All right. But yeah, having big Chainsaw Man feels, which is not exactly important right now. So let's see what's going on here. Oh, hey, what's up? I didn't actually know that there'd be something here. In the school? After finishing lunch, I walked through the school building. Even though it's a holiday, I can see people here and there. It's probably the students who are working hard at the club activities. I'm sure the building where the music and art rooms are is even more crowded. For some reason, I turn around. Nothing in particular stands out. The only odd part is the fact that I had no reason to look behind me. It's like the urge to drink some tea and head towards the student council room. I peer into the classrooms from the hall, and just as I thought, I could see several students inside. The hallway isn't exactly quiet, but behind me it's silent, even though you can hear people's voices from in front of me as I walk ahead. When I turn around, the hallway behind me is completely sad, like someplace else altogether. Why am I turning around? There's nothing in particular that stands out. There's no reason for me to turn. I'd understand if there was some reason for me to look behind, like I'd felt a chill, but just looking behind for no particular reason makes me feel uneasy. Ghost stories are getting popular lately, and I can see this becoming one. A story about having an urge to turn around when there's no reason to. Well, I guess it's normal for a school this time of year. Entrance exams are closing in, and a lot of students are becoming overly sensitive under the stress. These past 4 days have had a lot to think about, so I may just be worn out without realizing it. That's right. Maybe I should just go home and rest. Student council room can wait for another time. I walk down the hall, controlling the frequent urge to look back. I'll leave the school. Yeah, you can kind of hear it quietly under everything else. Oop. Wait a second. This is my imagination, damn it. Oh, something's there. I can't see it, but something is staying close behind me. A little purple sleeve, perhaps? Let me rephrase that. Someone wearing a purple cardigan or some shit? No way. You two aren't still following me, are you? I stare into the hiding places I can see. There's still no trace of them. I guess it was just my imagination. Maybe I'm becoming a little oversensitive after all. I shrug my shoulders in relief. Maybe I'll buy a grapefruit or something on my way home to try and imitating aromatherapy. There you are. Oh, there she goes. After making a feint to make a ferocious dash for the stairs. I think I saw something familiar dash down the stairs. Not completely sure, but it was probably... But even then, why? I don't understand the motive, but there may be something behind all this. Even if I try to chase after her, I won't be able to catch up, so maybe it would be best to pretend I didn't see anything and head home. She just wants to check out what I'm doing at school, I think. Fancy meeting you here, Shiro. Is school over yet? Before I knew it, Illya had gotten to the school gate and was waiting for me there. I'm slightly concerned as to why she was following me around, but it would be pretty thoughtless of me to pry when she's this happy. Yeah, I was just wandering around looking for clues, but thought I might as well stop here. You coming back from a stroll? Yep, I came here to take a look around, just for fun. Usually there's too much of a crowd, so I was aiming for a time when there's not too many people. In the end, well, I guess I just wasn't too bored. I feel a little guilty. It would have been better to show her something more interesting, like the gym or the music room, than to walk in circles through the hallways. I'm ashamed to say I couldn't do much for you. That's okay, isn't it? It's not like I was expecting something unforgettable from the start. It was just normal fun for me. That's so. I guess I did have fun too. Or wasn't bored at the very least. I was followed around all morning and now in the afternoon as well, it seems. Speaking of which, that reminds me. Hey Illya, did you actually sneak out today? Left the castle without letting anyone know, I mean? That's right. I wish they'd get used to it already. There's always such an uproar whenever I'm gone.
I was preparing to do something to really surprise you, but it all went to waste before those two were there.
Because those two were there. Ah. Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, it is him. Thought for a second, because she said something about her maids like following her or something. I thought for a second that was her talking. And just in her hiding place, she was like, "Are you two still following me?" That is, how should I put it? I guess I could thank them. The thought of Illya trying out some new tricks at school is rather scary. Lady. Speak of the devil, the maids are approaching from the courtyard, each running while holding the hem of her skirt. Immodest, yet somehow cute. As I thought, you came here. In the future, I would humbly request that you call us if you desire to leave the castle. I told you, I won't do things I don't want to do. If I go out alone, I want to be alone. As a servant, you should consider at least that much. I am well aware of it, but this much was the order of the head of the household. For as long as the most minuscule of dangers may befall Lady Heliosfield, I shall protect her to the utmost of my poor ability. My body shall become her shield. Ah, jeez, it's so annoying. I'm telling you. You worry too much, Stella. There's practically nothing even remotely dangerous left in the city, and even then, I'll be able to handle it myself. Well, it is exactly as you say. However, danger has many faces, and not all of them may look frightening. For instance, a treacherous fiend. Normally worthless existence that is waiting for just the right moment to rebel. Wait. Why is the blue maid looking at me?
There's some magic to what Stella's saying. I'm well prepared against an outside attack, but I haven't thought about enemies coming from within. But in that case, it might be even more fun.
Hold on. I'm asking, why are you looking at me like that, young lady? Enemy? Shiro? Enemy? Wrong. More like a sacrifice. I know I'll be the victim no matter what happens. How shameless. How dare you say that after calling Milady to a place like this? Lazeret, Emiya-sama is not an enemy, but neither is he a friend. From now on, if he does something to make our lady sad, make sure to punish him mercilessly. Ugh, the situation is going from bad to worse. From now on, if Illya ever cries, the Emiya residents can expect a visit from Liz the Hitman to follow right after.
It'll be okay, Liz. It'll be okay. Liz actually has a lot more restraint than Stella. Yeah, in your case, I'm sure she won't go and split you in half.
He'll be captured and questioned first, follows her reassuring explanation. Good thing they still listen.
Good thing they still listen, isn't it? Now you have a chance to come up with a good excuse.
This is what she seems to mean by it'll be okay. Milady, your impression of myself as having less moderation than Lazeret is a misunderstanding. As one that had been placed in charge of your education, I could not possibly be inferior to Lazeret in the intelligence aspect. Yeah, Stella is smarter.
Look, Liz actually has a charming side to her. Besides, a lack of memory capacity isn't the same as a lack of intelligence. You do well to be more amiable yourself, Stella.
While I shall duly take note, we have no need for human qualities. Oh, new crazy missions. They have no bearing on our ability to be Milady's guardians.
Really, you really are hard-headed.
I thought that said something else for a second. No, I will not share.
Well, it's fine. If you two come to search for me, your job is already done. I will come back early tonight, so go on ahead of me.
Certainly. Then do excuse us. Stella adheres to Illya's strict order. On the other hand, Liz looks rather lonely. Wait. I'm just wondering, how do you two plan to get back to the castle? We shall walk. There is a car waiting in the shopping district's parking lot. While it is meant primarily as my lady's transport to and from the castle, I'm permitted to use it once in a while as well. Use as in drive? Naturally. If you are still in doubt, would you like me to show you my driver's license? I believe you. I'm just surprised. Yeah, considering how far the castle is, having a car makes total sense. Then, when Illya comes to my house...
Oh, you didn't know? When I come by myself, I drive. You drive, do you?
A shocking fact has been revealed just now. The private forest land is one thing, but to think that there's actually a mysterious silver-haired girl roaring around on public roads. We might be the only ones who don't know about it. That may be a pretty famous ghost story among the Miyama Town street racers. Street racers? Then what kind of... I thought it was a dumb, stupid thing made up specifically for Carnival Phantasm. Then what kind of car do you drive? A Zerklar? So fucking stupid.
That's a supercar from another world. I mean, what was his name? Whenever Stella hears the engine, she's so fascinated. She keeps muttering things like Valkyrie Gershe. Lady Ilya's field is a Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Coupe. 10 years ago, during the last Holy Grail War, that high-performance machine saw lots of activity for the sake of the Iron Spurns.
Is that Zero stuff?
Ah, right. That's the one. It's just a machine that goes fast, but it has such a pretentious name, doesn't it? They say the top speed's something like 270 kilometers an hour. Well, that's just, but it's not like you can even go that fast on public roads in Japan. It really is shocking. The craftsmen for that country must either love custom orders, have a special vision, or maybe they just hate the very phrase mass production.
Ooh, Mr. Benz, is it? I don't know if the 300 SL is a famous car with a rich history, but I'm sure it comes with an eye-popping price tag. Well, I guess I'll be parting ways at the bottom of the hill. Why don't we go back together until then? What nonsense are you saying? While I am still hesitant, Milady did say that she wishes to walk back with you alone, did she not? I do believe that it is a good fortune you may not see in 100 years.
That's right, Shiro. Today I'm walking home from school with you, so they ought to go back first. If Stella and Liz are here, it's just no different than inside the castle.
Come on, it's not the same as the castle. Two of us can walk home anytime, but having everyone together is quite rare. Right? So let's go like this today. So that. I guess that is Shiro again. I guess he's agreeing with himself? Weird. Right? So let's go like this today. I hate having to walk up this long hill every morning to go to school, but it does come in handy on occasions like these. Plus, Liz looks like satisfied.
It can't be helped, can it? If Shiro wants to, then we shall keep him company. Just this once. We shall all keep him company just this once. Let's go, Stella. Liz, as an exception, you're permitted to accompany us to the bottom of the hill.
Thank you very much, my lady. I'm very grateful for your consideration. And Emiya-sama, I trust you will not forget about your rudeness today. I'm happy. Shiro, good person.
You really are a dummy, Shiro. They're my servants. There's no need for you to worry about them.
Her harsh words and smiling face tell opposite stories. Illya heads towards the hill road. The two maids look like they're attached to her back. This is an unusual development, but I guess it's nice every once in a while. This hill again. Gonna make an important promise. if I did, I think that would make me do that before, you know, the final confrontation. By the way, why are you following me around? We thought we would find out the reason behind Milady's coming to the school. Learning what catches her interest could become very useful information in the future. And what does it have to do with me? Do you not remember anything? Your part in this, as one of the main causes, is quite obvious. If we found out more about your school life, we could help find a method to persuade Milady further. Huh. So basically, you're looking to find out my faults and sell them out to Illya? You are quick to understand. Unfortunately, we weren't able to capture the kind of image we were hoping for. Just what were you hoping for? Unbelievable. This person really sees me as an enemy. I think she sees you as a rival more than anything.
Stella, what was your like in the morning?
It was quite disappointing. Emiya-sama's conduct was boring in the extreme. His lunch, a little shoddy.
You two ate his lunch? The one I was aiming for myself?
Why are you guys eating my lunch? I beg your forgiveness, my lady. I intruded improperly. But then that level of skill, given time to study, I shall be able to reproduce it. Sella, no way. Can't ad-lib. Also, stealing food makes you fat. Fat Sella can't stand. Oh my god. Laser it! That was pure taste testing. Do you really think I would do something so discourteous? Don't know. But midnight snacking should stop. How do you know about that? With Liz and Sella's quarrel livening things up, Illya smiles as she walks down the hill road. I ended up being just an extra. It may not be what Illya had in mind, but I think it worked out for the best. There's a few minutes before we reach the intersection. This evening's tumult looks like it'll continue for a while longer. That was nice. Tumult. Not a word you see often. And we'll call it a day. Yeah. Oh, the final. Oh, okay. I guess then she did sneak out extra early or whatever. All right. Ooh, oh. It's still saying, like... I obviously did them. It's weird. What's up with that? Well, we'll skip it. We'll skip it. And the end of the day. Call it a day. If we go through the whole week and we find nothing new, then maybe I'll just kind of speed through those real quick. See if there's anything on the other side of them. Because I could have. It's interesting that it's like, no, this is all new shit. I'm like, pretty sure it isn't. Maybe I'm just not reading carefully enough, and there's like small details that are different. I don't know, man. Nothing, huh? Call it a day. Yeah, that's that. And then go into the afternoon. Oh, hey. Okay, there's a couple new things here. So that's where all the new shit is. Interesting. So because of what we're like, where we are and what's... Ooh. Maybe not. Hold on. was gonna say it's obviously a thing for the maids, but suddenly I don't think that's accurate anymore. What? As I walk through the woods, I sense a flow of magical energy where there shouldn't be. There. Like toxic fumes leaking from a poison jar that should have been tightly sealed. There's no mistaking it. The energy that's rising up from the bottom of the mountains behind the trees. It's underground. The Great Cave has been activated? The Great Grail that should have been destroyed. Could it be reawakening? Why on earth? No, what am I thinking? Now that someone restarted the Holy Grail War, it's only natural they would have an eye on that cave. And if that someone's capable of restoring what we thought was safely destroyed... Shit. I run through the underground cavern. This is an emergency. There's no time to go back to the Emiya residence. I'll call for Saber only after I confirm the presence of this someone. If worse comes to worse, I'll use the last remaining command spell to summon her. But I'm within the Ryoto Temple grounds. Even reinforced by command spell, I can't be sure that the summons will work. There's no time for hesitation. I have to stop the ones that broke the infernal seal before the Great Grail comes back to life. You can see light coming out of the Greater Grail. However, it's still weak. No more than a damp fireplace, but with one match thrown in. In that case, I should be able to stop it. I wouldn't try solo. Huh. I climb up to the cliff, not stopping even once. A bottomless pit created in the depths of the earth. The fountain of wishes that gave rise to calamity. And before this abominable wreckage... God, that is the worst fit ever. You need to put your leopard print back on, brother. I decided to come by just because, and what this unfinished mess... I decided to come by just because, and what's this unfinished mess that I see? I'm not gonna laugh. So in the end, the El Dorado built by these mediocrities was not meant for my eyes to see, was it? Wahaha, awesome, looking great. This guy just laughs all by himself. It's okay. I don't know what he's up to, but it's not the kind of hazard that could pose a problem if left alone. Oh, why is it if it isn't Saber's personal cook himself? Aren't you a thoughtful mongrel? Just when I could use a guide, that idiot appears right before me with a dumb face. And so I'm found out. Having run all the way here, I have no strength left to run back. By the way, I'd really like him to stop putting a weird accent on the personal part. Leaving that aside, Gilgamesh, that look of yours, just terrible, man. The golden servant in front of me is sporting an outfit the likes of which I've never seen before. Yeah, it ain't the kid form. A slight change in plans, reverting back to my old self just for now. So you peasants must be getting lonely in the absence of the leading role. Consider it a free gift from your king. Comes the fresh yet overbearing laughter of the King of Heroes. I see. So he got turned back, rather unfortunately so. Ugh. Only now do I realize what I've lost. That blonde kid was a real good guy, especially compared to the teenage punk. I see. Well, I don't know about teenage. Even that aside, what's up with the outfit? Brother, it's terrible. Like the fur lining on their collar, fine. Even with the sleeves, because it matches. I think... Okay, normally, I'm all for... Yeah. On you, brother, though? Brother man, it ain't working. He looks himself over as if looking for a stubborn piece of lint. What? Ain't a single atom wrong with it. Ain't. Feels weird coming from Gil's mouth. Well, about that. Certainly there isn't anything wrong with the clothing. That's because the entire thing is wrong. As far as Western clothes go, there's no small issue here. All right, I'm just wondering, is this a new favorite? Aren't you a sharp-sighted one, mongrel? Or is it the royal aura that speaks even when the king himself is silent? Speaking of aura, this guy's all sparkly. Indeed, this form is hereby my official outfit. An extremely rare article reserved for select few. In the original story, being truly embarrassing thus forbidden, it had been shelved. Yet, it is not something that one absolutely has to be ashamed of. Are you talking about the Emperor's new clothes? Yeah, being a unique item, it does have the downside of only allowing one pose. King of Heroes laughs obnoxiously, yet boldly. He goes without saying that this definition of unique is rather skewed. So, in all seriousness, what are you doing here? Recording some observations, that's what. I am a man that holds the entire world in his hands. Should there be a piece of land I have overlooked, the world will go astray. Therefore I have come here. A hole in the earth like this one does not interest me. But this is all part of a king's duty. Right. Having said that, the King of Heroes seems to be in great delight. High places, gigantic structures, and things like that must fundamentally be appealing to him. I see. You had nothing to do with this place after all. Despite being a boss character and all. The stars were not right. That was not a fault of mine. What kind of a king is it that acts without pride? Being frugal and modest is what's left for commoners to enjoy. Saber does not comprehend this fact. Should the likes of us have to descend to the ranks of generals, at least prepare a golden bathtub to soak in. By the way, mongrel, your peasant self possesses something rather uncommon. What? Something uncommon? I came here empty-handed, as you can see. That's what you forgot. The fact that it is yours does not change, mongrel. Well, it's not a particularly valuable. Very well. I accept your offering. After all, it's not something that can be found in my treasury. I just got the feeling that something important's been snatched away. Wait a moment. What the hell are you? I transferred ownership to myself. It appears to be some kind of game. Be patient. I shall explain it more in a moment. It's been a while since I saw something I could not determine the source with authority. I shall enjoy this too. Closing his eyes, Gilgamesh looks deep into thought. And then after a few minutes, I see, he laughs with satisfaction, reaches behind his back and pulls out a card out of nowhere. Like so, it is but a trifle that no longer has much significance. Here, though, you may have a reward. Hanafuda card, is it? Why are you giving this to me? Told you, it's a reward. I am content with possessing just the original. Because the one derived from it, evolving into the first-hand version of today, is what ought to be spread around the world. A remark worthy of a conceited monarch. Having expanded his collection, the King of Heroes from Ancient Earth. Well then, how about we start with the sightseeing? What happened down there? Nothing that should concern you anymore. I must let a rash remark slip out. Hey, that's way dangerous. Don't go in there. What are you saying? It's nothing but a simple crater. For some reason, there's mud stuck into it. Well, this is all fine. No, don't stop me. I'm sure there's something interesting inside. Unconcerned with the danger, the proud king presses on. But little does he know, For that is the former stronghold of the thing he had carelessly let himself get swallowed by in the past. Wait, what is with the mud clinging to my feet? I'm repulsive. At any rate, I have a bad premonition. Hey, mongrel, this chain. Hold the chain. That's no premonition, it's more a reenactment. Despite starting over as a child, the same thing happens. Together with his great power as the king of heroes, it seems he is also given the fate of being raised with the carelessness skill maxed out. Impossible to be able to break free even with the chain of heaven? Bye. Whatever. Neither a precipitous cliff nor a plane crash. What is this nuisance? My own self aside, don't you make light of my assets? Come now, partner, let us fight. Hold on, help me out. Although the chain of heaven is swinging around inside the Great Grail, one way or another, the King of Heroes' feet remain bound. By the way, the partner thing he's referring to is it's not me, it's the chain. Yeah, well, I'll be off then. See you again if you do live through this. Just what is it you're thinking of, you peasants? And what about your duty as a citizen? Then how about I call for some help? In my case, what would be Saber, is that right? Ha, ha, ha. No need. There is definitely no need for any help. This is just, say, jungle gym. It is but child's play for my real self. There is no need to call for anybody's help. Come now, don't you report it to Saber either. Ha, laughs the King of Heroes boldly yet again. All the while black mud below him and the chain of heaven entangled around his limbs. Looking smooth there, brother. Other than displaying the ultimate in false courage, he sure is looking cool. I see, so that's how it is. My sincere thanks for the Hanafuda. No problem. I will tell you one thing that is absolutely true. Somewhere in this world there is one who holds the other card. The moment you two meet, the treasure will reveal its true worth. Take care, mongrel. He's waiting for you at the end of the earth. The instant you take the card into your peasant hands, the confrontation became an unavoidable destiny. This final cool warning given to my back, I leave the great cave. Alrighty then. Oops, shit. It's fine. I'm recording. The way it looks, it should be able to hold that for a year, let alone a day. When I get the chance, I'll just let Lancer know that there's a kid in need of a rescue. Out-of-place artifact Hanafuda obtained. Somewhere in this world, a distant rival awaits you. Fascinating. All right. Why don't we go search for that Hanafuda guy then? The Hanafuda rival. I want to be skipping around, but at the same time, we'll just stop by once. It's the second time. Totally. Yeah. Hey, wow. She's gonna tell herself about herself and her shitty church. Well, it's not that bad. Her terrible situation. Just asking, can you refuse me? It has it. Understand I have a handicap compared to but I was found I wish to be myself. Those are not my wounds, but rather someone else's pity that ever is. How's she talking about? You saying you're fine like this? Since I came into this world like this, so they just need to follow me. I can speak how someone else might take it, but this kind of thing doesn't sit well with me. Hey, what do you want out of your life? Does meaning like necessary? No, wouldn't worry something like that. It's like you're living to do nothing. Things like that just piss me off, you know. Someone complained about saying something like that. I think you got her word for the hard word. What were those words said? Yeah, I think it was still fine. So as much as it would seem like a waste of time, I don't know. I'm gonna do nothing in the case of saying. I said I can't go out yet. That's right, I figured out my path. Socialize with her because she's a valuable source of information, but I should hurry back see if there's any leads. See if I come by again, try to be a little more helpful. If you have lost your way, the next time you can get to the correct path. In exchange, please tell me one more time. What do you wish to resolve this anomaly? That's well. Why is it exactly? Why am I obsessed with the resolution of this anomaly? Even though after the fourth day, it'll be as though nothing ever happened anyway. It's a foolish question, isn't it? I was the one who said you were an impatient person. And Mishiro is on the natural extended hand to someone in need. Those are the kind of thoughts that fill my head of mine. Do you just like this place so much? Sitting like mercenary. That's half right. I hate this place, but compared to wandering around town, this has some new flavor. So we get tired, even a feast if you don't try different foods every now and again. Yeah, I think that's right. Oop, shit. I saw Shinji from that one time and I was like, Hanafuda rival? No, not right now. I don't know. Maybe something in the night. I don't know. Yeah, okay. The search for the Hanafuda rival. It's probably going to be on the 4th day again, honestly. Just living through all these stories. Huh. Track and field girls are weirdly active on the 10th day. No, there's nothing new, but I do want to see. What is that? If I hover over it, should pop up into a thing. Doo-doo. What was this one? Oh, hey. Have a look. No, I already went to that. Ask about London. Yeah. It's so weird. That's all we get of, what was it, Karen? I don't know. It just feels weird to me. Hey. Whoa. At the harbor. When he was looking out to sea. So that's my Hanafuda rival. Oh? Nobody's there at the corner of the pier. I'm pretty sure this is where Shinji's spot. Huh, the weather. What's up with that? We're getting climactic up in here. Yeah, the weather was so nice just now, yet the sky's suddenly getting covered in dark clouds. Looks like there might be a typhoon coming. I gotta get back before the rain starts. No. I can't turn back now. If there really is a storm coming, I should warn him. You know, like a nice guy. Hey, Shinji! You there? Rain's coming! The wind's getting worse! Let's go back before you get swallowed by the waves and join the Seaweed Club! And so the wind has gotten beyond just strong. No matter how you look at it, this is not natural. The moment I'm at the harbor, a big storm comes. Pretty much a cataclysm. Oh, shit, the Hanafuda card's glowing? Oh my god, is this servant verse? The time has come. Let us begin this tale of King of Challenge of Stars. You are Gobachi men, the strongest of heroes. You have come to the cave where the fire dragon comes to overthrow the back. However, the king, sadly, your destiny can't wait. Lord Goblin fighting the third. You have defeated to be here to good king. Go to fight, go to 14. You go back, proceed to 14. What? Something is speaking directly inside my mind. The language is too ancient and I can't make out any of it, but... What is this? Is this cards from an officially recognized Mage Association card game and somehow today is the final battle and the winner of which can do what he pleases with the whole world? Well, I got the gist of it anyway. I'm not even gonna try that. Precisely chosen, red player, and I waited. Oh, how I waited for you, my fated duelist. Who the hell are you? I can't even open my eyes in this storm. Having suddenly appeared out of some far corner of the harbor, the mysterious character lets out hysterical laughter, not unlike that of a crazed drug addict. Ah, who am I, you ask? Who am I? Who am I? Can't you tell? No, you can't recognize the gorgeous me. It's great. So great it's disgusting. Look, look, Emiya, the great evil god of darkness, the embodiment of your worst nightmares. We're flowing with so much of that kind of stuff, I don't even know what to do with it. Flash of lightning amongst the fierce winds and the raging blue waves. And now the high-pitched cry of seagulls. You could say this spectacle is the kind of, is the end of the world, in more ways than one, and by no means a minor development. Totally out of the blue. Is this the Armageddon that'll shake the stars themselves? But it can't be. Are you Mato Shinji? No way, you should have been dead. In several routes. But I'm not. No, characterization-wise, I am pretty much dead. And that's why I've been resurrected from hell. Emiya the hero. I've been resurrected by the anger of all the oppressed souls. I bet you can't wait to see it. The new power boiling within me. A swirl of magical energy that kind of reminds me of Saber. What kind of power-up did he... Something Hanafuda based. He has the same jacket as what's his name? Hold on. He didn't change at all. I understand how you feel. Don't be so surprised. That's right. The me until now is not really me. The me of the past has been like a seedless watermelon, so to speak, and now you can say I'm a seedless melon. No, you could say I was a caterpillar waiting to grow wings and fly, and now I am a cast-off pupa. All empty inside, in other words. And I wish you'd listen to my retorts. Oh well. Anyway, we are warriors chosen by the cards, right? Destined rivals, right? I'm fighting for the sake of everyone, and you're fighting to destroy the whole world, right? Nice reaction. You catch on quick, Emiya. I bet you love this kind of stuff. Yeah, it's rather hopeless, but winning, losing, crying, bluffing, and getting canceled after 10 episodes, that's the sort of thing I like. And so, here I go, Shinji! You're the one I can never forgive! The protagonist sure can howl. But today, I'm the stronger one. Today you shall know the power of the reawakened rival. Here I come, Emiya! Turn this card over, and it's the end of my turn. End of my life. Now, I don't know anything about Hanafuda. Oh god! What? I don't know anything about Hanafuda. What? How are we fucking playing this? Okay, it's playing it for me. Flower view. Inoshi Kacho. 5 dregs. 3 lights. What the fuck is Hanafuda played? Huh? 3 lights. 3 flower view. Koi. Ribbons, animals, lights. I have 8 drags, he has 9. I have 10. So that shit in his face. What the fuck? Never have I been so confused at a game. The storm's over. That whirlwind to some unknown enthusiasm's gone too. And the two of us have calmed down to the point it's kind of uncomfortable. Well, I'll be off to my usual spot. Yeah, I nod in response. There are times when a man must not be talked to. Here, you can have this. Please feel free to have fun in the special section whenever you like. This is the other Hanafuda card. He cheerfully relocates to the other end of the pier. Oh. He covered himself with a cardboard box. I should probably get going too. Purging the last 30 minutes from memory, I leave the harbor behind. Destruction of the earth by Shinji, thus narrowly avoided, his greatest performance in the tale of the hero that battled against him will be forgotten, having never been told even once. The end. Koraburu Hanafuda travel journal now enabled. Fascinating. Alright, Tosaka, looks like it's just you and me in this. Let's take a look around here. I stop at the electronics store. Oh. No. Maybe that's where that characterization comes from then. On a whim, I find myself wanting to check out the latest appliances. They're getting bigger and thinner all the time. A television with a particularly large screen catches my eye. One of these in our house would feel awfully out of place, wouldn't it? It's true that we have a lot of people, but none of them are big TV watchers. There's an even bigger problem than that being out of place, though. I really won't be able to get it in the house. Oh, I won't be able to get inside one of these. TVs being high voltage appliances, picking up a broken one to fix myself is just too dangerous. This is the one thing I have no choice on other than to buy new. Speaking of new stuff, we could use one of these as well. The VCR we have right now is so outdated it's practically a historic artifact. Not as though we have ever needed one so far, but I'd like to get a DVD recorder to poke around inside it too. God, talking about VCRs and DVDs and shit. It really is like fucking 20 years ago.
Oh, if it isn't Emiya-kun, what are you doing around here?
Oh, hey, Tosaka. The hell brings you here? An electronics store is the last place I'd expect to run into this girl. If it weren't for the antique furniture store or something, that'd be more understandable somehow. Huh. So you're thinking of upgrading too, Tosaka?
What are you talking about? I happened to see you over here, so I called out to you is all.
Really? I guess so.
Of the products for sale here, anything more complicated than a vacuum cleaner seems like it would be way out of Tosaka's range. I seem to recall that I know someone who's unable to use any device with more than 10 buttons on it. By the way, that someone is in fact Tosaka. Emiya-kun, you weren't thinking any rude comments just now, were you?
Any rude character assassinating comments now, were you? Jesus Christ. Every time I think about it, I'm like, I'm so disappointed that's where they decided to take her into the future. Because it essentially ruins the rest of her fucking character. Like, okay. I did Grand Order first, and you know, Ishtar and all that stuff. And technically, even with Ishtar, she's not like the same character, but like everything I had heard about Tosaka came back to like this weird fail girl personality. And then here I am spending the last fucking 3-4 years reading I almost said Star Rail. Reading Holotraxia and Stay Night and shit. When she's like super hyper confident and like the fucking mentor character. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It all comes back to fucking this shit where she's like terrible with technology. Damn. Sucks. Maybe just a bit. Come on, Tosaka. Everyone knows that you're... Say it.
hopeless with machines? Is that what you were about to say? I'll have you know, in an alternate universe, I'm a master hacker.
Not hopeless exactly, but more like you don't use them much in the first place. In fact, you go so far out of your way to avoid them, it's almost like you're allergic. When it comes to machines, soccer it.
She's mad.
Just how humans are. You don't know if speaking the truth to someone will result in joy or anger.
Usually anger. So that's how you see me, Shiro?
What's it matter? You're able to handle pretty much anything else with ease. A single flaw like that's nothing to sneeze at. Actually, speaking of fatal flaws, she's got another glaring one that comes to mind, but I don't have to speak or think it out loud.
I suppose I should thank you for that. But having not a single weakness is my family's ideal. Can't just go, oh, I'm no good with these things and avoid them forever.
I see. So having resolved that, you came here today to pursuit of knowledge, was it?
I literally just said I just saw you here. We can talk about that later. I came here for a look after speaking with Ayako. I figured I'd better start getting familiar with cutting-edge models.
Mitsuzuri would definitely know a lot more about home electronics than me. She used to be the captain of the archery club, and she certainly has the air of the martial artist about her, but contrary to that old-fashioned image, Mitsuzuri does keep up to date with the latest in game centers and such. Really. That the subject of the conversation fails to turn to Emiya doesn't do that, though, is somewhat annoying. According to the archery club members, she can spend all night long playing simple repetitive games. So you came here to study it before your lesson with Mitsuzuri, huh?
Well, something like that. I wouldn't like it if people started seeing me as an old-fashioned or antique type of woman after all.
Sounds a little bit too late. He already said that.
It's not as though I'm living in the 19th century and I'm no Luddite, you know. Hey, that thing over there, that's an LCD screen, right?
What Tosaka's pointed to is the very same big screen liquid crystal TV I was looking at before. Keep going, Tosaka. You sure got that one right. I wonder if she figured out based on how thin it is. So, did you know the difference between the plasma and the LCD then? A question like that would normally stop her in her tracks, so I opt to keep my mouth shut.
I saw you looking at it before, Emiya. You think I'm getting it?
I was thinking it would be nice to have one, but a purchase like that would have my wallet hurting for months. Besides, it doesn't really match the atmosphere of the house. Well, with it being old Japanese style and all.
Same with mine. Wait, these things cost how much?
Oh, about a couple of your gems.
You could buy a 20-carat ruby for less than that.
One look at the price tag makes Tosaka go pale. Having gemstone as a basis of comparison seems awfully luxurious. In my case, I wonder how many months' worth of food budget it would take.
Yeah, it's a little too rich for our blood, huh?
Not especially dissatisfied with the small screen of the TV at home either.
And that over there is the VCR, right?
Tosaka's now pointing to... Too bad.
No way, aren't all video thingies shaped like that?
Not the one you're pointing at. That's an ordinary DVD player. Doesn't have a record function. I lead Tosaka over to the recording equipment section and take a look around. I don't blame her for being confused by all this, though.
What are you talking about?
This one's a standard player. Over here is an HDD plus DVR RW model. This one's HDD DVD plus RAM. Next to it is an HDD only recording unit. Over there is a CS Digital.
Are you fucking incanting a spell at me?
In the midst of my explanation, I gradually realize that Tosaka is glaring at me with enmity. The gulf between Tosaka and I when it comes to the subject of magical knowledge on one hand, and modern technical knowledge on the other, is particularly apparent right now. And the longer Tosaka stands here in this electronics store, the further away she somehow seems to be moving from the world. Fucking Jesus Christ.
What kind of spells are those?
Confusing, isn't it? It almost sounds like a spell to me too. And that's before you consider these Blu-ray and HD DVD things everyone's talking about.
Ray of blue what? So where are the video thingies?
Back there. There's still some demand for those now, even now. You should be able to tell one by a single glance, I think, which may be a bit harsh. It's like you to take your eyes off them for a moment and suddenly the varieties multiply. Makes me nostalgic for the golden age of the VHS from my childhood.
So this thing, it's for recording TV programs.
That isn't all it does, but yeah. Tosaka, I bet you still believe you can have your soul stolen if someone took your picture with a camera.
Of course. With certain modifications to the lens and the photographic paper, it's entirely possible to do that. Although it really only freezes it temporarily rather than stealing it.
Even if it was a digicam?
What's a digicam?
A what clam? Tosaka murmurs. Realizing she doesn't even know what a digicam stands for leaves me incapable of delivering a witty comeback.
Also, what is a DVD?
DVD. A digital versatile disc, or DVD for short. Is that what that stands for? We're now talking about, God, we are now talking about technology that is now so out of date that some people don't even know what a DVD actually is.
Oh, what's the difference between RAM and RW?
Even though I was speaking so knowledgeably to her about this stuff, that one might be beyond me. I doubt I could clearly explain the difference between the two. Especially since I'm pretty sure RAM won that particular war, considering I don't know what an RW is. It seems that some people can get worked up into nearly religious fervor over the finer points of these things, but having never really used either, it's really outside of my realm of understanding. I'm trying to think about who might know that we know. Archer might know. He's from the future. Would they have let him know all that though? Yeah, whatever.
DVD.
I don't think I really know. I'm sorry.
There you have it. If it's this confusing for you, Shira, then how can I possibly hope to understand it? From my perspective, modern things like these really aren't far removed from magic.
Yeah, she got a point. Come to think of it, I know there was some guy who once said that sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. That's the whole basis of the extra universe. Come on, Tosaka, it's something to get so disappointed about. Humans have managed to survive this long without DVDs, have they? Haven't they? And it's like in 5-10 years, we're not even going to use DVDs anymore. They're just going to come and go like that.
You could say just as easily the same of phones or TVs, though. So it doesn't really solve anything, does it? Honestly, I'm sure you and Ayako might be constantly snickering behind my back but hopelessly behind the times I am.
I could definitely imagine Mitsuzuri laughing, saying something like, "You're completely analog to her." Not as though she could just shoot back with "That's because I'm a mage after all," no matter how much she might want to.
So are you buying one of these too, Shiro?
I guess I'd better before the war of the TV channel if our houses gets any worse. Still, not exactly cheap.
You got quite a large family to provide over there over there these days, don't you? Though I guess that does include me as well.
Just like it gives a small laugh as though she's only just realized that she too is amongst those people. It's not like we're running out of room. We could even take in 2 or 3 more, frankly.
You sure seem like you'd do well running a boarding house. Or a bed and breakfast at this rate, Emiya-kun.
She said would, but that's pretty much what I'm doing already. Just not really getting paid for it. At any rate, when the time comes I'm able to strike out on my own as a mage, how will my life change from the way it is now? Life like that doesn't sound so bad to me, actually.
I'm not about to give you time to seclude yourself from the world or anything, so rest easy. Well then, there's no reason for us to hang around here, so let's go somewhere else.
Tosaka seems to have unilaterally decided that I'll accompany her for today. Fine with me, though. Although I can tell I'm in for a hard time later.
She didn't get even halfway through her so-called study of electronics, did she?
Now Ayaka's gonna make fun of her, and she's gonna make it my fault. Alright. I do want to check one last time to make sure we got everything. I mean, aside from the church visits. Before then... Yeah. Is that extra one? Did I happen to get any more? Just short. Let's Oh good, a tutorial, thank God. Rules. Oh my God. Oh wait, no, this is okay, no, I see. Max MP capacity and double MP gain rate. Consume prana to use Kiku Sake Cup and Kiku Phoenix also count as dregs. Double score when it's over 7. Koi Koi double. If a opponent isn't Koi Koi, double your score. Rain 4 lights. 4 lights with. Oh no. I wish these weren't like sideways. Moon and flower view are swept away by Ono no Michikaze. Sakura curtain, Sakura moon, and Kiku Sake cup can make a Yahoo. CFG? Oh, settings. Related Yaku. Oh, Yaku's display. Oh, are these like the hands? Okay. 10 drag cards plus 1 point for every 1 extra. So is this all okay? Is this all the cards in a deck? Holy shit, they relate to okay. January, pine with crane, light ribbon and 2 dregs. Plum with warbler. Okay. So it has ribbon, animal. Okay. This is not the time to suddenly be learning Hanafuda. Although I am interested. Hard list. Oh, that's what I was doing in it earlier. 5 lights, 10 points. 4 lights, 3 lights. Moon view, flower view. NP details. Remix? Long live the Cuisine King? What? Muscle Girl Squad? Teacher and his dreaming young mistress +1. Priest and his jolly good company. Trouble Chocolate. Western Architecture. My Wakame One Man Big Show 2006. Newborn Holy Woman and a Jolly Good Company. Ceiling Enforcement Strong Arm Breakers. Old Man of Bad Breath. Insect Killer King. Trouble Chocolate. An advanced thaumaturgy that materializes the caster's little world and time really bends the world's rules. No. I don't think I will be looking at this right now. Though it is fascinating. Alright. One more loop around. Well, I don't know. We may just So I personally have no reason to believe that. I can't remember how many times I dragged myself here. The rules 4 days do not apply. Okay, there we go. Where's the control? There it is. Okay. I have no reason to believe they're saying anything that we haven't already seen. So my plan for right now is just to go through all that and see if we're going to see anything new. And if not, we'll call it there, I guess. I guess I'm just curious to see if anything. Oops, shit. I'm just curious to see if anything unlocks once I redo all the Karen church stuff. Interesting. Not really looking forward to the last visit because that one was kind of long, but also yeah, suggestive, I guess. Look, I've decided from here on, I've decided I'm going to be a big boy, and we can talk about stuff like that, at least in abstract. Afternoon. Holiday. Yeah, I guess it really is just go talk to Karen again for fucking 2-3 more times. All right, I can do that. That's fine. Sorry, I know I said Karen earlier. I did mean. I can't believe that was all we got of Oh, what? The sequel? What? Wait. If only attack out something important and give you my counsels, that's so, but nothing left I should ask about the relationship between Emiya and Karen already been. Sorry, so we're going back to what you said earlier, but now I should ask what's a good withdrawal. Just the exorcism, I guess I give up. Look for your next catch. This pulls question over. Let's say you find without a question. Is it by your own will? What purpose do you see to resolve this wish? Isn't it not because of my Bashir the Bailey state want to try to help someone? Take my leave on me. Can't hang right along without pausing head for the door. You are nothing. As long as there's something unborn, something unknown, you continue to exist. This will fill it in quickly. Once everything has been born, you have nowhere to go. Most of these days go to your ending. If you lose me. I'm not losing it, it's just that you will lose interest and I will return to your original state of nothingness. I'll revert to my original pop form is all. Interesting. Damn, now I kind of feel like I should have been reading that. Yeah, whatever. I'll go through the last 2 nights and then we'll see what unlocked in Eclipse. That's interesting. Eclipse is the sides, I guess, singular side story with Mitsuzuri. Not Mitsuzuri. The book girl. The surprisingly romantic-minded one. Oh. Interesting. The sequel? What does that mean? Oh boy, hang in there. Hello? Oh shit. Her. What's up with the flag list? Karen 5. Oh, interesting. What the fuck is that? Made a promise to go to school with Save her new seniors in the special collection. Looks like say he. Well, not exactly he, but it's I don't know that yet. Say he told no te told and some kanji I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Not exactly helpful. Hey, whatever. It's been kind of like freaking out ever since I've been skipping everything. I wonder what it means by the sequel. It's interesting. Does that mean Hollow Atraxia has its own sequel inside of it? Ooh, wild if true. I'm just gonna take a little peek. I'm just gonna take a little peeky. Oh shit. Fascinating. What's interesting is that there was always this little new thing in here. Interesting. I think what I want to do is finish off the Karen talks. And then, yeah, for the last time. Oh, cool. Karen v. Alt. Yes. Thank you for remembering. And that should be everything in the loops. Interesting. Call it a day. So now the plan is make sure all the loops are clean. And then after that, I shall take off. And then the next time, we'll see what's new in the Eclipse. The quote-unquote sequel. Although, I am kind of afraid what's going to happen is that I'm going to read that. It's going to be like a real quick thing. And then it's just going to explode into like a billion other things with her. All right. While I have no reason to believe that I should go back in one last time, I kind of want to. All right, hold on. I guess we'll check out Eclipse. I forgot I muted myself on an entirely separate thing. Yeah. I guess we'll check out Eclipse. When I started the first Eclipse, the one with what's her name? Her. It was in the middle of like a proper episode, I think. So why don't we we'll just take a look at let's take a little look-see inside and see what's going on. I'm like desperately afraid that what's going to happen is I'm going to do this and then it's going to unlock her as a character. There's going to be a shit ton of new shit. We're home. We have returned. We just got back from the shopping district. It's almost 3 o'clock. Good timing to have tea with everyone. Hey, Sakura, Tasaka, I'm making tea. I call it towards the rooms that head to the living room. I'll set up for tea with Saber first. And shit, now I have her and Saber in the same scene. Welcome home. I have already been served tea. Bazett calmly places a teacup onto the table. What? What's happening? I'm not gonna scream. Shiro, if I may ask, why is she here? Do you have some kind of Personal relationship? No. That's what I want to ask. I know it's our first time meeting, but somehow she doesn't feel like a stranger. Sakura-san, may I have another cup of tea?
Yes, I'll prepare it right away.
Well then, an introduction is in order. I am Bazett Fraga McRemitz. I was a member of the Mages Association, but now I am a freelance mage. Nice to meet you. I'm Emiya Shiro. This is Saber. Though I'm not exactly a member, I am aware that you are independent. That's right. If I had to guess, the owner of this estate, would it be you? Well said. That is correct, mage. That's promising. If Saber gives me her approval, then my perception appears to have been correct. There is no mistake. She was the head of the household. I would prefer it no other way. Bazett-san is having... Sam?
Yeah, me Sam.
Bazett-san is having a peaceful conversation with Saber, but somehow... The image I had of her was more... frightening? But thank you. So Bazett-san, what's your business here today?
Could you wait just a moment, Miss Bazett?
I make her this way. My arm is being pulled before I have a chance to argue. Catching on to Tosaka's intent, I leave without objecting.
Sorry, I have to leave for a bit. Saber, can you keep Bazett company?
Yes. So what's this about Tosaka? I have a vague idea, but is this a risky situation?
You could say that. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, isn't she a ceiling designation enforcer? At the Mages Association, they even say that number 1 is Gazami the Wraith. Number 2 are ceiling...
Hold on. At the Mages Association, they even say that number 1 is Gazami the Wraith. Number 2 are ceiling designations, and number 3 are enforcers in terms of disaster ranking. Okay.
Get it? If that person feels like it, 10 minutes from now, we'll all be massacred. And the bonus will be stuffed into a punching bag.
You're right. That doesn't make sense. But is she really that dangerous? Wasn't she just smiling normally?
No way. How did she look to you?
Like that?
You're joking. In my case, I can only see her like this.
Ugh. Oh, ugh. No, even so, saying we'll be massacred is...
She'd do it. Ceiling designation enforcers are beyond our understanding. Look, see for yourself. Here's your tea.
Thank you. Naturally, I refuse to eat or drink in enemy territory. However, this is not enemy territory. So as proof of that...
One gulp? Did it not suit your tastes? Before you get mad, I'm sorry.
No, it was cheap.
That's not what I meant. It didn't taste good, right?
I don't think there's good or bad when it comes to tea. If it tastes like tea, then isn't it unmistakably tea? Oh, so that's how you see it.
See? That's her true nature. Everything's just zeros and ones to an enforcer. For example, meals aren't delicious or awful. Taste is secondary. The killing machine that only cares about whether she finishes eating in 5 minutes or 30.
Okay, whatever. I only got that she's the polar opposite of Saber. And so I understand that Tosaka dislikes Bazett-san. No, rather than dislike. Is that she doesn't respect her, or... If that's the case, what are you suggesting we do? Are you saying she's like a human bomb, so we try our best not to set her off?
That's right, but...
Huh?
I wonder why she came here in the first place.
Maybe we shouldn't continue this without that cleared up. Alright, Tosaka, ask Ryder for help. For a cool person like that, we'll call the coolest person in the house. I'd have done that already if I could. Ryder's at her part-time job at the antique shop. She won't be back until 5. Ugh. No choice but to somehow handle this on our own. Exactly. Even so, it'll work out one way or another, won't it? For some reason, she seems to trust you. Why? I don't remember doing anything to cause that. Well, I don't know. She wouldn't have come all this way here otherwise. Earlier, she even insisted she couldn't speak until you returned. Perhaps you think of you as a little brother? From the viewpoint of someone proper like that, you might seem like a rambunctious younger brother type. Starting to understand less and less. I've barely even spoken to this person. What about you, Tosaka? I suppose this is the second time for Sakura and myself. She came to the Tosaka and Mato households to say she'd be living in Fuyuki City for a while, but had no interest in... Forgot with my water there. Fighting over territory. Is that how mages greet each other? Anyway, I wonder why she would come here now. It'd be one thing if the old man was around, but... I guess there's no choice but to speak with her. The truth is that I want to elevate, but Sakura and I will support you from the other side of the living room. Pray that somehow she leaves peacefully without having her refuse let Emiya in. In other words, your mystic code reacts not to noble phantasms, but to the opponent's trump card. Yes, I can use it at my own discretion, even if the opponent isn't resisting. But in that case, Frog Rock's special ability won't activate. It'll be treated simply as a C or D rank noble phantasm. I see. It's no wonder you have trained yourself. To fulfill that requirement, you must corner the enemy yourself. With inferior underlying ability, that prized sword of legend would fall to an insignificant one. Incidentally, can a noble phantasm be intercepted if it is used at point-blank range? Of course. That is what hand-to-hand combat is for. Frog Rock is a projectile, but even if not thrown, it would surely match any short-range attack with my fist. No, even if it were to be caught, my attack would strike first. I like this expression for Saber. She's like, yeah, I am vaguely threatening you. Eye level with your neck. What is an incredible bloodlust suddenly fills the air? Let me read that one. What is this? An incredible bloodlust suddenly fills the air. Saber and Bazett continue to sit politely as sparks scatter. Senpai, it's no use, I can't do anything. Sorry to keep you waiting, Sakura. I'll take it from here. Just watch from as far away as possible. Should I say prepare for the worst? Even if it's by herself, I want Sakura to survive. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. So, what's your business here today? Hello? Miss Bazett? That's it. I have felt uncomfortable for a little while now, but that's 'cause your tone, Shirokun. Really now, there's no need to make such a fool of me. Where is your usual insensitivity gone? It's fine to call me Bazett without the honorific. What? A shocking new fact has just been revealed. I was on a first-name basis with Miss Bazett? Emiya-kun. Didn't you even just now say this is your first time meeting Bazett-san? Usual, was it? That sounds a bit like a close relationship, doesn't it? Senpai? What's going on? Oop. Anyway. Wait, don't accuse me unfairly. This time it's really the first time I met Bazett. You there, don't make this even worse.
I see. This now was a misunderstanding. Forget about it. In exchange, I will allow you to call me Bazett. It shall be my punishment.
Sure.
The situation continues to deteriorate by the minute. The eldest sister's trust level minus 100. The youngest sister's condition plus 100 towards the breaking point. The dark Sakura tentacles are coming out. For the time being, I'll deal with the problem in front of me. If I can call her Bazett, things will feel more relaxed. So once again, why don't we start over from the beginning? Bazett? What is your business here? Yes, in truth, I have two matters I earnestly wish to consult about. I came here because I believe you may be suitable. Huh? Matters to consult? Someone from the Mages Association wants to consult with Senpai? I no longer have any relationship to the Mages Association. The matter this time is ultimately a personal problem, or rather, it is what's necessary to establish myself as an individual. Sounds important, I guess. I don't really know if I can help, but I can listen to your story. I appreciate it. Now then, the first matter is... A gulp resounds from each person in the Emiyas estate. Bazett nervously straightens her tie and... The truth is I am unemployed. Uh-huh. What? You do not understand? I have no place of employment. I have no income. I have no way to fulfill my urge to work. Your urge to work, you say? I guess I really must have a really idealistic view of the Mages Association. Some of this is starting to feel really depressing. So in other words, you want references for places to work? To put it simply, yes. I want suitable advice. What do you want about? Couldn't you just pick up any old part-time job like Emiya? I would have done so already if I could. But that is the kind of occupation someone like me is suited for. I don't even know the slightest. No kidding. You are fairly awkward after all. Somehow the atmosphere became friendlier all at once. Even Sakura, who had been afraid before, looks as though she's watching a close friend. Why not something standard like a bodyguard? I can give you an introduction if you're fine with the Fujimura group. I decline. I looked into it for a few days, but that organization is averse to conflict. It's full of cowards. I would do poorly at a place where I could not make use of my skills. How about being a teacher at Shira's school? Could you not teach all kinds of sports? I have also thought about it, but I would be good at teaching others. It's that my hand comes out before an explanation. Yeah, okay, I can see that. There's really no place for a violent teacher nowadays. Every teacher should get one. Well, we could use your fists these days for the. We could use your fists these days for that very reason. Then how about something like a professional boxer? I'm sure Bazett's could aim for the world title. As for gender, because she dresses like a man, she could try and trick them in some way or another, and... Sakura-san, if you make fun of me too much, I'll blow you away. Away she goes. Bazett looks flashy, but she's actually pretty plain. Wouldn't she make a surprisingly good librarian? As physical labor, courtesy is required, and she can read books in her free time. You're surprisingly well informed about Bazett-san, aren't you, Emiya-kun? No, I just thought that for some reason. Why did I think that? What's up with that? Well, settling that minor issue aside, Bazett's worries about wanting to find employment are normal for a person to have, but... why are you looking for work in the first place? You're rich, right? I heard something about you having 3 metal suitcases full of cash.
I heard the story from Lancer. As an enforcement of ceiling designations is such a big job, the compensation is absurd. That is irrelevant. Without employment, I cannot be called a master. What do you mean by that? What I am speaking of is the relationship between a master and a servant. The master employs the servant, therefore it is natural that they must prepare all the necessities of life. A master must support their servants. I cannot remain unemployed and require my servant to do things like work to cover his own travel expenses. Oh, I think I see. You're saying the master provides for the servants' works. That even having them help with things like housework is out of the question? Of course. One who serves as a master must manage their own life. Suddenly, Saber's feeling really good about this. The only thing to ask of a servant is the management of oneself and maximum combat power in an emergency. Would not having them work, including household chores, be a sign of a third-rate master? Splendid. That is absolutely true. It seems we will get along, Mage. I completely understand why you are relying on Shira. So that's your philosophy on masters. Well, whatever. You're not a master in the first place, are you? You don't have a servant after all. Oops, Sakura's back. Everyone nods in agreement. You are mistaken. My servant is just on loan at the time being, and the borrower is merely reluctant to return him.
Eh? Is that right? Then you and Lancer son.
The contract is still intact. If only that rotten woman would relinquish the command spells then at any time. Okay.
How disappointing. Isn't that a cruel thing to say to the one who saved your life, Bazett?
With that,
I'm feeling less and less inclined to return him.
Oh shit. Everyone turns towards the unexpected voice.
Good day. It seems that you're all having quite an amusing conversation.
A peaceful moment in the early afternoon. The chaos continued to increase as yet a third stranger appeared. Who was the first? Bazett probably. Who's the second? Please do not mind me and continue with your meeting. You were discussing something like taking Bazett to the Employment Service Center? The topic isn't that I don't have employment, but a consultation of finding the right type of occupation for me. Aside from that, Karen, were you eavesdropping on our conversation? It is truly regrettable, but you may understand that it may be the only way I could... It is truly regrettable, but you may misunderstand it that way if I only ever state the facts. I had been understanding myself, as I was sure you would have self-destructed had I simply left you alone a while longer. But I could not withstand such verbal abuse, and my mouth moved on its own. Seems I don't have enough discipline, Karen added, after briefly experiencing harmony. The atmosphere of the living room becomes tense once more.
She came. The person I least want to run across in this town just came. Oh no, Nissan. You always say these hard-to-say things so openly.
Sparks scatter between Bazett and Karen, whereas behind them, two friendly sisters whisper to each other. Tosaka, Sakura, are you both acquaintances of Karen?
That's right. She came by to greet us when she was appointed as the church's acting priest. Yeah, ever since then, we've come face to face quite frequently. Well, we had been getting behind on communications with the church, but still.
Well then, I want a regular report every Saturday from now on, to ensure that the Tosaka does not neglect their obligations. As an administrator, Fuyuki. Also, Mato Sakura will attend as much as possible as Tosaka is capable to collaborator. Do you have any questions? I have no objections to the arrangement itself, but are you okay with this report?
There are some essential parts omitted, like Emiya and the Holy Grail.
That is true.
However, because I am an unrelated party, verifying the authenticity will take time.
It may only be provisional, but your verbal report will be submitted as truth.
I see. So you're giving us a loan.
To call something of this level a loan. You have quite a strong sense of duty, don't you, Rin? However, isn't this all the truth? If so, there's nothing to lend. Isn't that right, Sakura-san?
Yes, it's just as Karen-san says.
See? You've read some details are not reported. They're just facts we are unaware of. There is nothing to be considered false testimony. That's right. If we say that the Holy Grail War was ended, we should not be lying. I think it's called sharing a common secret.
Meaning we are accomplices. Sounds like you have something you're feeling guilty about as well, Karen Hortensia.
Yes, after all, I am sending a report so blatantly full of holes like this, they will not pardon omissions. So there is no way they would call me back as it stands.
Then where does that leave you?
Rest assured, Sakura-san. Though I am merely a temporary representative, I'm sure I'll be entrusted with this church for some time to come.
As well as thanks to you.
Something like a living imitation of the Holy Grail. I wonder how many years it'll take to verify its authenticity.
What an outrageous brat. In other words, you use Fuyuki City to become a priest to control us through the church's authority. That means the main force of the church will turn up if someone opposes you even slightly, right?
I suppose that sort of outcome is possible as well. Nevertheless, it'll be 2 years at most. I am appointed to a post for a maximum of 2 years. Despite my appearances, my rare talents are in high demand.
I see. Well, then I will do my best to find your weaknesses before then. In order to defeat you without question when the time comes.
That's right. We seem to think alike, Rin. Please do struggle as a cat to the best of your ability.
Are we done talking? If so, we're going home. Let's go, Sakura. Yes. Karen-san, I look forward to working with you from now on.
I should be the one to say that. Really, it seems like this is going to be fun. Let's get along then, senpais.
While Bazett-san is a formidable opponent that uses power, Karen is the type that uses intelligence. Even for you, Shira, if you're caught off guard, it should be a checkmate before you know it. Yes, but Karen-san truly thinks of us as senpais. I can tell she has goodwill towards us, but... I'm telling you, her goodwill is ill will. It's the same as that fake priest. Don't be fooled, Sakura.
Church's new priest seems like a terrible villain. And that villain is engaged face-to-face in an argument with Bazett.
To begin with, you were not chosen as a master, correct? The Holy Grail War has ended. A supervisor has no authority.
It is not some kind of lost property, so there is no reason it must be returned to its original owner. While you were indulgent in rest, the church provided nourishment. It is only appropriate that the master's rights are transferred to that place.
Transferred. You just took him away without permission. How dare you steal him through a sneak attack and then...
Oh? And what sneak attack would that be? I do not know the circumstances in which you lost your command spells. Would you please elaborate if possible? Grow up a little, Bazett. I am saying that I will relinquish to them if you accept my condition. You please entrust them to me, that left arm. As one who serves the Lord, I cannot overlook you carrying a demonic possessed arm with such care.
I refuse. This is my arm.
But this is only an artificial arm. Surely you cannot acquire as many replacements as you like.
Sorry, but I am pleased with this artificial arm. I do not intend to part with it so easily.
Well then, I do not intend to part with him either. I do not like him at all, but he is incredibly useful. They'll never agree. Bazett wants to take back the server from Karen, and Karen wants Bazett's left arm. I think it's because what's a good name again? I think it's because Avenger is still her left arm, isn't it? During I don't know how real it was, but I do remember something like her like turning him into her arm when she realized that she didn't have it anymore. Bazett wants to take Sin. However, both of them want all of the above, so they argue. I could leave it at that. Well, save and exits. Save and title. Yes. We'll leave it there. This may or may not take several minutes, hours, but Hey, while I'm looking. No. I don't... Hold on. T. Really? God damn. Suddenly I have so much hiccups. Alright. Okay, well. That'll be it for today, guys. In all likelihood, this will probably be the last full episode of Hollow Atraxia. And it's been really fun. But maybe I should save that for later because I'm still having fits. So I guess I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you take care of yourselves and shit. Make sure you cure your hiccups. Alright, bye.